Washington. Well, we can get more now on the plight of the Yazidi people who are trapped on the Sinjar mountains in northern Iraq. With me is Rosa Burc, who is a Yazidi, the head of the Kurdish Society at the School of Oriental and African Studies here in London. Thank you very much for coming in. It must be heartbreaking for you to watch those scenes in northern Iraq.
Definitely. Being born into an Ezidi family, you are exposed to those tragic stories of Ezidi history. Ezidis have witnessed this would be the 73rd massacre on Ezidis in Kurdish history. So it's a modern Karbala, we can call it like this. It's a humanitarian tragedy.
What are you hearing from connections that you might have nearer to where the actual tragedy is unfolding?
I was born in the diaspora, so I can only speak for those people that I'm surrounded with. During a protest here in London, I had the chance to speak to an Ezidi member of the Ezidi community, and his sister was captured by ISIS fighters. And he was willing to go back to the region, to Kurdistan, to save his family. This tragedy is quite real. It's nothing that happens somewhere in the universe.
What help do you want to see that hasn't happened yet?
I think the international community needs to see that in the region we have a de facto unification of all Kurdish forces, the Iraqi Kurdish KRG Peshmerga, we have the PKK forces and the YPG forces uniting together to protect their homeland. So we can see that the arbitrarily designed borders of the Sykes-Picot Agreement in the making of nation-states are becoming more and more irrelevant and are not reflecting the realities on ground anymore. So what I think is more important than military action is also a humanitarian solution to the question, and also a political long-term solution.
So humanitarian help critically first,
definitely.
And then you need to deal with the politics and the wider politics looking many, many years into the future.
Definitely, because all these crises, Ezidi people, for example, when we take this as an example, Ezidi people are only Kurdish. Only Kurdish people are Ezidi. I read somewhere that someone said Arab Ezidis, but there is no such a thing. You are only born into, we can say the original religion of Kurdish people are Ezidis. So we can see in that tragedy that it has connections to the Kurdish issue in the region. So a long-term political solution would be giving a status to Kurdish people in the world. Kurds are being divided in the region into 4 countries. They don't have a political legal status. So they need a right to self-determine themselves, a right to defend themselves. And we can see that on ground, de facto, there is a defense unification with forces from all 4 parts of Kurdistan.
Okay, we must leave it there. Thank you very much for coming in, indeed. Rosa Burc there from the Kurdish Society at